Simple steps, cute pumpkin sugar cookies. Come on, let's decorate together. Hi, I'm Leslie with Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and if you love decorating sugar cookies or you want to learn how, you're in the right place. Let's decorate together. Today I'm walking you through simple pumpkin sugar cookies. So grab your pumpkins and your royal icing, lines at about a 15-second consistency, and go ahead and outline your pumpkin. My pumpkin has lots of different sections, and I want you to know that this cookie cutter I used was super old. I've probably had it since I was a little kid, and I threw it away immediately after baking. Everything stuck. It was horrible to use as a cookie cutter. Anyway, so grab any pumpkin cookie you have and go ahead and make at least 3 sections. And to outline, just touch down, lift up your piping bag a little bit, and with even pressure, go around the edge. And then once you've finished outline, go ahead and immediately fill in the 2 outer sections of your pumpkin. I use the same royal icing for outlining and for flooding, and because my icing is a thicker flood consistency, I can go right up to the edge. And once you're done flooding in the 2 outer sections, go ahead and use your scribe to settle your icing down. You can also use a toothpick, and for any stubborn little spots, just go ahead and wipe off your scribe or toothpick and then just gently tap up and down and it should settle right down. And then go ahead and set your pumpkin aside to dry for 5 or 10 minutes, unless your pumpkin has 5 sections like mine does, in which case you can skip a section and then flood in the middle section. Just make sure you don't flood in any sections that are right next to each other. And then use your scribe or toothpick to settle the icing down and make it smooth. And then set it aside to dry for 5 or 10 minutes before coming back in and flooding in the remaining sections of your pumpkin. Following the same process, you're going to want to make sure to give these a good amount of icing so that they do not get craters. Little skinny areas like this have a tendency to crater. And then just use your scribe or toothpick to shape the icing, tap up and down to make sure the icing gets all the way down to the cookie, and smooth out your icing. And it's okay to drag a little bit into the stem area to smooth it out because we're going to cover that with our stem icing anyway. So once again, flood in that last section, use your scribe to shape the icing and smooth it out, and then set it aside to dry again. This pumpkin sugar cookie is looking gorgeous already, but I'm going to add a few lines. So I'm going to touch down at the bottom of my pumpkin, lift up my piping bag, and with even pressure, I'm going to squeeze out a line of icing, watching my line of icing and where it's falling and not my piping bag tip. I'm just going to drag that up to the top, stop squeezing, release pressure, and lay my line down. And I'm going to do that for all of the sections of my pumpkin. And in the center, you have a choice to put 1 or 2 little lines. So once again, touch down at the bottom of the pumpkin, lift up your piping bag and squeeze with even pressure and drag a line up to the top. If you lift up your piping bag while you're dragging your line, you'll get a nice smooth line. And when you're done with that, go ahead and grab your brown royal icing. My icing here is in a stiffer consistency. It's probably more of a stiff detail consistency, and I'm just going to make up and down lines for the stem. It doesn't matter if they're straight or crooked, just make yourself a nice bumpy stem. And that's it. You made it to the end, and you now have the cutest pumpkins in the patch. And following these simple steps, you can turn any pumpkin sugar cookie into beautiful works of art. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope these little pumpkins bring a little fall magic to your kitchen. Smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.